Today's reading is part 2 of Shoe and Marriage, a short story in the collection Stranger Things Happen by Kelly Link. And now, Shoe and Marriage, part 2. 2. Miss Kansas on Judgment Day. We are sitting on our honeymoon bed in the honeymoon suite. We are in a state of honeymoon, in our honey month. These words are so sweet. Honey, moon. This bed is so big we could live on it. We have been happily marooned, honey-marooned on this bed for days. I have a pair of socks on, and you've put your underwear on backwards. I mean, it's my underwear which you've put on backwards. This is perfectly natural. Everything I have is yours now. My underwear is your underwear. We have made vows to this effect. Our underwear looks so cute on you. I lean towards you. Marriage has affected the laws of gravity. We will now revolve around each other. You will exert gravity on me, and I will exert gravity on you. We are one another's moons. You are holding onto my feet with both hands, as if otherwise you might fall right off the bed. I think I might float up and hit the ceiling, splat, if you let go. Please don't let go. How did we meet? When did we marry? Where are we, and how did we get here? One day, we think, we will have children. They will ask us these questions. We will make things up. We will tell them about this hotel. Our room overlooks the ocean. We have a balcony, although we have not made it that far, so far. Where are we, and how did we get here? We are so far away from home. This bed might as well be a foreign country. We are both a little bit homesick, although we have not confessed this to each other. We remember cutting the cake. We poured punch for each other. We linked our arms and drank out of each other's glasses. What was in that punch? We are the only honeymooners in this hotel. Everyone else is a beauty pageant contestant or a beauty pageant contestant's chaperone. We have seen the chaperones in the halls, women armed with cans of hairspray and little eggs containing emergency pantyhose, looking harassed but utterly competent. Through the walls, we have heard the beauty pageant contestants talking in their sleep. We have held water glasses up to the walls in order to hear what they were saying. As honeymooners, we are good luck tokens, as if our happiness, our good fortune, might rub off. Contestants ask us for a light. They brush up against us in the halls, pull strands of hair off our clothing. Whenever we leave our bed, our room, not often, 2 or 3 are sure to be lurking just outside our door. But tonight, we have the hotel to ourselves. The television is on. Or maybe we are dreaming. Now that we are married, we will have the same dreams. We are watching, dreaming, the beauty pageant. On television, Miss Florida is walking across the stage. She's blonde, and we know from eavesdropping in the hotel bar that this will count against her. Brunettes win more often. 3 brunettes, Miss Hawaii, Miss Arkansas, and Miss Pennsylvania, trail after her. They take big, slow steps and roll their hips expertly. The colored stage lights bounce off their shiny sweetheart dresses. In television interviews, we learned that Miss Arkansas is dyslexic. Or maybe it was Miss Arizona. We have hopes of Miss Arkansas, who has long, straight brown hair that falls all the way down her back. You say that if we hadn't just gotten married, you would want to marry Miss Arkansas, even if she can't spell. She can sit on her hair. A lover could climb that hair like a gym rope. It's fairy tale hair, Rapunzel hair. We saw her practicing for the pageant in the hotel ballroom with 2 wild pigs, her hair braided into 2 lassos. We heard her say in her interview that she hasn't cut her hair since she was 12 years old. We can tell that she's an old-fashioned girl. Please don't let go of my feet. We have to admit that we are impressed by Miss Pennsylvania's dress. In her interview, we found out that she makes all of her own clothes. This dress has over 40,000 tiny sequins hand-stitched onto it. It took a year and a day to stitch on all those sequins, which are supposed to look from a distance like that painting by Seurat, Sunday Afternoon on the Boardwalk. It really is a work of art. Her mother and her father helped Miss Pennsylvania sort the sequins by color. She has 3 younger brothers, football players, and they all helped too. We imagine the pinprick sequins glittering in the large hands of her brothers. Her brothers are in the audience tonight, looking extremely proud of their sister, Miss Pennsylvania. We are proud of Miss Pennsylvania as well, but we are fickle. Miss Kansas comes out onto the stage, and we fall in love with her feet. Don't let go of my feet. We would both marry Miss Kansas. You squeeze my foot so tight when she comes on stage in her blue checked dress, the blue ribbon in her hair. She's wearing blue ankle socks and ruby red shoes. She practically skips across the stage. She doesn't look to the right, and she doesn't look to the left. She looks as if she's going somewhere. When Miss Kansas leaves the stage, we instantly wish that she would come back again. I wish I had a pair of shoes like that, you say. I say your feet are too big. But if I had a pair like that, I would let you wear them. Now that we are married, our feet will be the same size. We are proud of Miss Pennsylvania, we love Miss Kansas, and we are afraid of Miss New Jersey. Miss New Jersey's red hair has been teased straight up into 2 horns. She has long red fingernails, and she's wearing a candy red dress that comes up to her nipples. You can see that she isn't wearing pantyhose. Miss New Jersey hasn't even shaved her legs. What was her chaperone thinking? We have heard rumors in the hall that Miss New Jersey ate her chaperone. Certainly no one has seen the chaperone in a few days. When she smiles, you can see all her pointy teeth. Miss New Jersey's complexion is greenish. She has small pointy breasts and a big ass, and she twitches it from side to side. She has a tail. She twitches her ass, she lashes her tail. We both gasp. Her tail is prehensile. She scratches her big ass with it. It is indecent, and we are simultaneously dismayed and aroused. The whole audience is aghast. One judge faints, and one of the other judges douses him with a pitcher of ice water. Miss New Jersey purses her lips, blows a raspberry right at the television screen, and exits stage left. Well, well, we say, shaken. We huddle together on the enormous bed. Please don't let go. Please hold on to my feet. Some of the other contestants. Miss Idaho wants to work with children. Miss Colorado raises sheep. She can shear a sheep in just under a minute. The dress she is wearing is of wool she cut and carded and knit herself. The pattern is her own. This wool dress is so fine, so thin, that it seems to us that Miss Colorado is not actually wearing anything at all. In fact, Miss Colorado is actually a man. We can see Miss Colorado's penis, but possibly this is just a trick of the light. Miss Nevada has been abducted by aliens on numerous occasions. The stage spotlights appear to make her extremely nervous, and occasionally She addresses her interviewer as Star Master. Miss Alabama has built her own nuclear device. She has a list of demands. Miss South Carolina wants to pursue a career in Hollywood. Miss North Carolina can kiss her own elbow. We try to kiss our elbows, but it's a lot harder than it looks on television. Please hold me tight. I think I'm falling. Miss Virginia and Miss Michigan are Siamese twins. Miss Maryland wants to be in Broadway musicals. Miss Montana is an arsonist. She is in love with fire. Miss Texas is a professional hit woman. She performs exorcisms on the side. She says that she is keeping her eye on Miss New Jersey. Miss Kansas wants to be a weather girl. Miss Rhode Island has big hair, all tenderly looking and slicky sleek. The top part of her jiggles as she wheels herself on stage in an extremely battered-looking wheelchair. She has just the 2 arms, but she seems to have too many legs, also too many teeth. We have seen her practicing water ballet in the hotel swimming pool. Later, during the talent show, she will perform in a tank made of specially treated glass. We have to admit, Miss Rhode Island has talent, but we have trouble saying her name. Too many sibilants. Also, at breakfast, her breath smells of raw fish, and at night the hoarse mutterings of spells, incantations, the names of the elder gods heard through the wall have caused us to lose sleep. Miss Rhode Island's bathing costume is designed to show off her many shapely legs, which she waves and writhes at the judges enticingly. We decide that we will never, never live in Rhode Island. Perhaps we will never leave this hotel. Perhaps we will just live here. We ogle some of the contestants in their bathing suits. We try not to look at others. We have made a sort of tent out of our bedspread, and we feel perfectly safe inside our tent bedspread. As long as you are holding on to me, don't let go. There are 5 judges. One of them, a former Miss America herself, is wearing a tiara, all her hair tucked away under a snood. She is very regal, but her mouth is not kind. In her hand is a mirror, which she consults now and then in scoring, reapplying her lipstick vigorously. Now and then she whispers, "I'll get you, my pretty." One of the other judges is an old drunk. We saw him down on the boardwalk outside the hotel lobby, wearing a sandwich board and preaching to the waves. He was getting his feet wet. His sandwich board says, "The end of the world is nigh." Beneath this, someone has written in lipstick, "Lions and tigers and bears, oh my." 2 of the judges are holding hands under the table. The last judge is notoriously publicity shy, although great and powerful. A semi-transparent green curtain has been erected around his chair. We speculate that he is naked, or asleep, or possibly not there at all. The talent show begins. There are all the usual sorts of performances, tap dancing and mime snake handling. Miss West Virginia speaks in tongues. Somehow we understand what she is saying. She is saying that the world will end soon, that we will have 6 children and all of them will have good teeth, that we will always be as happy as we are at this very moment as long as we don't let go. Don't let go. Miss Texas then comes out on stage and showily exercises Miss West Virginia. The audience applauds uncertainly. Miss Nebraska comes out on stage and does a few card tricks. Then she saws Miss Michigan and Miss Virginia in half. Miss Montana builds her own pyre out of cinnamon and other household spices. She constructs a diving platform out of toothpicks and sugar cubes held together with hairspray. She stands upon it for a moment, splendid and unafraid. Then she spreads her wings and jumps. Firemen stand on either side of the stage, ready to put her out. She emerges from the fire, new and pink and shining, even more beautiful than before. The firemen carry her out on their broad, capable shoulders. The million-gallon tank is filled before our eyes during a musical interlude. We make out, frisky as teenagers. This way we are feeling, we will always feel this way. We will always be holding each other in just this way. When we look at the television again, Miss Oregon is walking on water. We feel sure that this is done with mirrors. Miss Rhode Island performs her water ballet, a tribute to Esther Williams, only with more legs. She can hold her breath for a really long time. The first row of the audience has been issued raincoats and umbrellas. Miss Rhode Island douses them like candles. During the climax of her performance, there is a brief, unexplained rain of fogs. Miss Texas appears on stage again.